9 tips to recover the trust of your boyfriend. Winning that person's trust again can be difficult, but not impossible. Sandro and Sonia fell in love during the high school years. Once finished the university, both found work. At age 26, they had a stable life and decided to get married, so they consummated their marriage. But after more than 10 years of almost perfect relationship, their marriage went through a period of crisis, which led Sonia to be unfaithful. When Sandro found out what had happened, he decided to separate from her. Sonia insisted and Sandro thought he could forget what happened, so, after a month living apart, decided to give her another chance. After 3 months they definitively separated because Sandro did not regain his confidence in Sonia. The loss of trust can mean the end of a relationship. Interpersonal relationships, especially love relationships, can go through bad times, especially when one of the people has lost trust in the other. In fact, both in relationships of friendship and as a couple, the lack of confidence can lead to total breakup since the degree of intimacy that existed between both actors can no longer be recovered. Sometimes, we may regret something we have done and that has meant that the other person stops trusting us. If you feel identified and you want to regain the trust of that person that matters to you, follow these tips. 1. Admit your mistake. Evidently, the other person has lost confidence in you because you have done something wrong. So do not waste any more time trying to hide part of the story to be less bad. If you want the other person to regain confidence in you, the first thing you should do is assume that you were wrong and that the fault is yours, at least partially. 2. Talk about what led you to do it. Now that you have admitted your mistake, it is time to talk about what led you to do it. In this way, the other person may even understand you. It is common for us to behave defensively when we have couple problems, and often the solution was simply communication. Talking about your feelings and thoughts on the subject can cause the other person to reconsider because it is possible that he is also partly to blame for what happened. 3. Be humble. Being humble is an important point to recover the confidence of someone because if you put yourself on the defensive, the conflict can become even greater. Your goal is that you can talk about what happened and see you as a person who makes mistakes like any human being. So do not let him see you as a bad person. In fact, you may even have to bite your tongue at the beginning to get rid of the initial anger. 4. Be patient. If you want to recover someone's trust, you need to let time pass and be patient. If that person who means so much to you feels betrayed by how you have behaved, you will need time for the wounds to heal. Do not expect everything to return to normal overnight. 5. Make remarkable changes. If you have got the other person to give you another chance, it is time to make remarkable changes and to show him that he has not made a mistake by trusting you again. Now is the time to manifest, not only with words but with facts also, how much you care about that person. In this way, he will not regret having forgiven you. 6. Recover the communication. In point number 2 I talked about the need to talk about the problem. But now is the time to talk about the relationship, to recover the communication that may have been lost. Knowing the expectations of both and talking openly about any topic is the best way to keep the relationship healthy. Remember that it is easier now for him to stop trusting you again. 7. Do not lie. And the reason for which is easier for him to stop trusting you is because you have given reasons for doubt. Now any lie will be seen as another great betrayal. So do not play with fire and be honest. Otherwise, you will suffer the consequences of your actions. 8. Become an open book. Not lying is fine, but if you have nothing to hide, why not showing yourself as an open book? Think that it is now easier for him to have thoughts and suspicions, sometimes unfounded, that you may be lying. Do not hide conversations on your mobile phone or Facebook, let him see that you have nothing to hide. 9. Do not ever make the same mistake again. If you have gotten him to forgive you and trust you again, do not ever make the same mistake again. Because if it is difficult to recover the trust once lost if you make the same mistake again, you better forget that person. You can follow the advice you just read to give you another chance, but rarely he will give you 2 opportunities for the same reason. Source: https://psychologiamente.com. To learn more about 9 tips to recover the trust of your boyfriend, download my book free by clicking the book image on the right or the link in the description below, and please subscribe to this channel and share this video.